lives in general, are seeking change. We're searching for alternative ways of doing things and of being, because, on some level, we know things can't carry on as they are. It's just not sustainable. The huge growth globally in coaching and the adoption of mindfulness in all sorts of areas, including the workplace, education, and even politics, are, in part, a response to the challenges we face. It was a recognition that I couldn't continue as I was that led me to mindfulness, years before I'd started working as a coach. It was a time when I was extremely stressed and worn down, a single mother, working very hard as a journalist, ironically writing lots about well-being at work. An irony not lost on me at the time, although I don't recall having the energy or desire to laugh at my situation. I had a very young baby, now all grown up, who I was reluctantly taking to childcare, and I felt very torn. I never seemed to have enough time, energy, or patience. One day, driving home from the childminder, my daughter screaming, I snapped. I pulled over and I screamed too. A woman tapped on the car window. "Are you okay? Would you like to come in for a cup of tea?" Gulping back tears and feeling ashamed, I nodded. What a lovely woman. I've often remembered her with deep gratitude. She reassured me, she was a working mother of 4, that she'd had her struggles too, on many an occasion. After tea, biscuits, and the love of a stranger, I drove home. And in floods of tears, I talked to a friend who happened to be a nurse involved in counselling and general practice. She told me about an approach that was helping her. Although I didn't know it then, it was mindfulness. Not necessarily easy, but so simple. Using that approach, I began to get a glimpse of calmness every now and then, a sense of spaciousness on the odd occasion, a snatch of what it feels like to be in the present, rather than panicking about future deadlines, delivering on projects, how on earth I was going to get everything done, what an awful mother I was. I remember looking at a picture book with my daughter and noticing that, wow, I was actually with her. How amazing was that? Mindfulness and coaching and the many beautiful and meaningful encounters I've had as a result are helping me to wake up, to live, and work more consciously, with more purpose. We need to wake up, and, in many quarters, we are waking up. We are seeing more organisations become purpose-led and driven by conscious leaders, as well as in response to shifts in demands, desires, needs, and expectations from employees. Increasingly, in addition to the desire and need for support around well-being and mental health, people want work to be about more than just receiving a paycheck. They want more empowering and facilitative workplace cultures, leadership and management styles. They want meaning and purpose and development opportunities. Millennials examine organisational values and development opportunities before they choose an employer, and particularly want professional development support in the form of coaching and mentoring. Executive coaching has become a worldwide phenomenon, used to increase resilience and the ability to manage stress, develop higher emotional intelligence, increase flexibility and openness, shift culture, and create new narratives. Increasing numbers of organisations now offer coaching internally, and growing numbers are developing a coaching culture, training up their own internal coaches, and weaving coaching into leadership development. Coaching is considered a key leadership responsibility and a core leadership competency, distinguishing outstanding leaders from those with average abilities in their field. Mindfulness, too, is everywhere. Google, EY, the armed forces, and many other employers have rolled out mindfulness programs. It's being introduced in schools all over the world. In the healthcare arena, it's become one of the go-to therapies for recurrent depression and a host of other mental and physical conditions. Mindfulness is helping those I work with in my coaching practice be more resilient, better able to work with complexity and ambiguity. They are more creative, emotionally intelligent, and have more mental clarity, resulting in vastly enhanced relationships with themselves and others. Ultimately, mindfulness helps those I work with to be much happier, which arguably is the most important benefit of all. Mindfulness is perfect for these challenging times. A recent study of leaders who had trained in mindfulness found that they were more resilient, more collaborative, and better able to lead in complex conditions.